guys. Ooh, chili. I can't convince Jay yet to turn the heat on. So anyway, I decided I better get up and do something and make my own heat and energy, right? Because, oh my gosh, it's cold in my house. It's like it went from like being hot and stuffy to like, it's actually only about 10 degrees warmer inside than what it is outside. Okay, we're gonna do pizza crust today, okay? How many of you guys have a pizza stone or you're looking for one? These are incredible. Mine has got lots of love going on. Can you tell? It's kind of got some natural seasonings going. You can tell where I have like scraped it with my pizza cutter. But anyway, so we're gonna use a pizza. All right, we're gonna do some pizza crust. Pamper Chef has pizza crust in a bag that you can buy as well, but I want to make it from scratch because I just actually like it that way. So I'm going to get my trusty stand mixer, and I always use a set of scales as well, because anymore I have found that when you measure things in grams, it's just 100% more accurate than what it is if you're measuring with a measuring cup, because I'm that person who digs right in and gets that cup really full. And any home ec class I ever had was level it off, tablespoon it in. I ain't got time for that. So where I find that using a set of scales, it makes a huge difference, okay? All right, we are going to use our bowl here, and I'm just gonna scale it down to 0. So that means that my bowl weighs nothing, and whatever ingredients I'm putting in there is actually the weight, okay? We're gonna start with 500 grams of flour. So I use a 00 flour. You can use a good quality flour if you want to, like I don't know if a bread flour, but it's like a pastry flour. So this is great. I get this off Amazon, or you can get it at Walmart too. So this is at 500 grams of 00 flour. And I'm gonna add this into our bowl here. Is anybody else cold? Are you gonna hold off and not turn the heat on? I told Jay a while ago, I was like, okay, you're making me suffer. I'm one of those people anymore that used to be hot all the time, and now I'm cold. So I'm all the time, got more clothes on than probably, oh, we're really close here, 456. The great thing about this is I don't ever pay attention to what I'm doing anyway, so at least I got the set of scales in front of me telling me how much I'm weighing, right? All right, oh, too much. Just a little more. Oh, perfect, right on the number, 500. So anyway, this is, like I said, this is, I don't even know what happened to my little stick guy. It's a caputo flour, I think is what it is. It's a 00 flour. It's just a pizza flour, pastry flour type thing. All right, oh, here it is. Here's my little guy. If you ever see him, you can get him off of Amazon. So anyway, keep a bunch of that all the time. All right, so there's a gal that I know that is Italian. I am not Italian. And she says that if you'll mix in semolina flour, which is what this is. It's kind of like cornmeal consistency. That helps to give your pizza dough that crispy, crusty taste. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna add 100 grams of this. Scale my thing back down to 0. We're doing 100 grams. And if you don't have it, it's not, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal, but it does make a difference. A lot of Italians add it into like a semolina pasta, things like that too. So it's great for a lot of different recipes, more than just for pizza. You can do pastas with it, that kind of stuff too. Okay, we're gonna put that aside. All right, it also has a tablespoon of olive oil. So adjustable measuring spoons are great for that. We're gonna add this in. Tablespoon of olive oil. Okay. All right, so, and it also has a half a tablespoon of salt. I forgot to get the salt, hold on. Okay, we're gonna adjust this down here. I think I'm gonna put just a little bit in there. A little tablespoon of salt. Okay, all right, salt adds that nice balance of flavor too, makes it from being bland. All right, we got all that in there, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna move it over here to our stand mixer. The great thing about this stand mixer, you guys have seen me use it many times, is that it has all these preset settings on it. So it takes all that guesswork out, which is what I need. I need stress-free, guesswork-free recipes, right? All right, we're gonna grab this, turn it on maybe. All right, we're just gonna mix it up. Hold on. We'll keep it on custom, so it's gonna go nice and slow. And I'm just gonna give it a few minutes here to mix up all of our olive oil, our salt, What else do we have in there? Semolina flour and our flour, okay? That'll just mix all that in there. While, before I came on, we're also gonna use about 1.25 cups of water, warm water, not burning, scalding, hot water. You know how you would test for the baby bottle water? That's what you want, nice and warm. And then I added it to an Easy Read measuring cup with a little bit of sugar because the sugar helps it to bloom. And you can see we've got a nice bloom on our yeast. And then we'll add this to our mixture in just a little bit, okay? So that's just got warm water in about 1/4 cup, and it has about 1 package of yeast in it or 2 tablespoons. It depends. I buy my yeast in bulk. So it's about 3.5 grams, I believe is what a tablespoon is. And then it had just a little bit of sugar in it as well. That sugar, like I said, helps to get that going, okay? All right, this little mini whipper is also what I used to make sure that my yeast was all mixed up in there nicely. And I'm just gonna come in here, kind of make sure we got all of this mixing up really well. And we're gonna stop this for a second because I have the bread hook on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this in really well. Back side of a handle works just as good as the front side, right? Okay, and what we're gonna do then is just take our liquid, we're gonna slowly incorporate it into the mixture, okay? So I'm just gonna hit custom, let it roll again. So it's going really slow and flour's not flying everywhere. And we're just gonna start to add our yeast mixture in. You just kind of want to add that in pretty slowly, let it come to a nice ball. When this gets all mixed in, we may have to add a little more water, it just depends. You just kind of, when we start to put it on knead, it has a knead function, and so then it will knead it for like 8 minutes, and that will be, the true tail is where they're gonna have moisture in it because it'll start to bounce it off the side of the bowl as well. We're gonna add in a little more stuff here. Now, I will tell you that I may have to find itself a heating pad to keep it warm in my house at this time. The gal that was showing how to make this earlier, she said in Italy they would take like their bowl of flour or their pasta, and he would like wrap it up in their blankets and towels to get into the bed to keep it warm for 2 or 3 hours to let it rise. They didn't ever use the oven light, they just used this. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a little more liquid in here, mix it all up. And once it gets done, like I said, I'll put it on the knead section. So anybody else turning the heat on, or are you keeping it off? Because you know it's always going to warm back up again. So comment below, are you doing heat, or are you just suffering it off and putting on another sweatshirt or another layer of clothing? I will have to find someplace warm to keep this dough, otherwise it will not set up. I can guarantee you that one. Okay, add a little more in there, just keep it going. Mixing it in there. It'll start to bring it off the sides here in a little bit once we get enough liquid in there. There's no eggs in it. There's no milk in it. It's just flour, semolina flour, some olive oil, some salt, and water and yeast. That's all it's in this mixture. So it's very simple to make. A lot of you guys already have the ingredients on hand in your pantry. Just go find them. You don't have to worry about buying a pre-made pastry or pizza dough at the store or anything. Now, I have mozzarella cheese that always stays in my kitchen, and I've got tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce that I can use as a pizza base as well. And then I don't even think I have any pepperoni or Canadian bacon, so I'm probably just gonna do a hamburger pizza. So that'll be just as tasty, goes well. I may have a green pepper, but we'll probably always have olives in our kitchen. My husband is a huge black olive fan, so we'll probably add olives to our pizza tonight as well. All right, yeah, we're starting to mix it up. I'm gonna grab this a little bit more, get all of our yeast in there. Now, if you do have to add extra water, make sure you're not adding cold water. You wanna add in the warm water because we wanna keep the yeast alive and not kill it right off the bat, right? Yeah, that would not be what our intentions are. Okay, let's get all that in there. Okay, I think maybe it needs just a little more water. Give me a second. Hey, you know it's cold in my house, and it took longer for the hot water to come too as well. All right, just a little bit of water, because it's kind of not, it's a little dry in the bottom of our bowl here. We want it to have that consistency where it's going to grip it together. Oh yeah, that's looking much better. Don't think I'm going to need much more than that. Okay, I'll stop it here and I'll show you what it's looking like. Okay, that's good. Let's stop, bring it out. All right. You can see it brought it off the side of the bowl really nicely. So this is gonna go ahead and we're gonna put it on the knead section now. And then we're gonna let it knead for like 8 minutes. And I'm not gonna have to worry about it because it's gonna do it all by itself. So we're just gonna hit cancel, come down to knead, and hit start. So we'll let it do its thing for 8 minutes. Then we will keep it nice and warm so that we can let it rise. And then if all goes well, there'll be pizza at my house tonight, and we saved a lot of money not having to go to town to get it. For one thing, when you live like 25 miles from the closest pizza place, makes it a little bit tough. And then I have all the ingredients in my kitchen, and so why not make it at home, right? So anyway, that's what's cooking with Chi Chi today. And remember, if you're looking or you need a pizza stone, they go on sale today. This is the large pizza stone. It's like $46.75. But it goes off of sale today, so if that's something you want, send me a message or something and let me grab you one while it's on sale. And that's it. What is the word for Italian? I don't know. I don't speak Italian, but that is on my bucket list to go to Italy soon. All right, guys, God bless you. Take care. I'll let the pizza get to work. All right, guys, so we finished up what we started. Earlier today, we made some pizza dough, and I really wish somebody would teach me how to spin it on my finger and make it really thin, but I don't know how to do that. So here's our pizza dough. This is on a medium pan, and then this one is gonna be extra thick pizza, I think, but this one is on our large pizza pan. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I've just got some sauce that I kind of brought to a nice temperature and warmed it up in the microwave. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some sauce onto our pizzas. And then of course, you know how to bake a pizza. It'll be about 425, I think is usually what we bake them at. And until they're nice and melted with all that cheesy deliciousness on here. And this is just a marinara sauce. I found a good brand that I really like the flavor. And that's one of the things is usually when I go to town and I'm like, oh, I need more spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce. Then I forget what brand I had before. And I find myself really disappointed. So I'm going to show you what I got. And I just hopefully to remind my own self that this is what we need. And I put lots of sauce on that, I think, okay? And put some sauce there. Okay. This is the sauce that I found. It's called Scamaica's Famous Homemade Marinara Sauce, and it has such amazing flavor. I mean, really, really good flavor. And I'm kind of a snob, and I just can't ever seem to find the perfect one. So that's gonna, oh, we're not doing that. Hold on, we're gonna put this one, move this one aside for a second. And we're gonna go ahead and sauce this one up, and I may have to add some more sauce too. Anybody else love homemade pizza or like to save money from going to the pizza store? I think we're going to warm this up. The reason why I warmed it up is because I also have my dough has been warming up a little bit too, and I didn't want to put cold sauce right on a warm dough. Let's go ahead and just warm that up a bit. Jay's gone to, whoops, get it all over me. Jay's gone to the woods to set for a while and listen and see if he can find any deer, because you know deer season is fast approaching. And so he's doing that, and I told him, I said, I will have the pizzas ready by the time you get back. So, all right, just a few more seconds here, and then we'll bake them up, put them in the oven, and they're gonna be so delicious when we're done. One of the things I've noticed, because you see my crust here, it's gonna easily come off the bottom of my pizza pan as well, which is gonna be great. All right, let's do a little more sauce. And, ooh, that's hot. Okay, let's go add some more sauce on here. We might actually add some more to the other one too if we have a little extra. I like the basting brush because I think it does a good job moving sauce around and, like, I don't know, basting and buttering pans, all that kind of stuff. So this is like a little basting brush that does a lot of different things in my kitchen. One of them, saucing pizza, right? Ooh, messing that around. Okay, that looks pretty darn delicious. And let's we'll put it all in here. Okay, set that aside and just finish saucing that up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get all the way to the edges. And obviously we're gonna have a little bit left over for probably a lunch tomorrow, okay? I could have taken the amazing pizza dough. I probably should have done that, just froze it. But hey, I didn't do that. Let's be honest, didn't happen. All right, this one is going to be a hamburger pizza because I don't have any sausage. I don't have any pepperoni in my house. So we're just grabbing things that are in the pantry. And so we're gonna make this one just a hamburger one. And what all I did was just ground beef, added a little salt when mixing your ground beef because it really brings out a lot of flavor. And so we added some salt to it. And I'm just gonna generously coat this. The thing about it is when you make your own, you don't have to worry about being skimpy on the toppings, do you? You can add as much as you want. And if I wanted, I may add this whole thing of, why not? We're gonna add the whole pound of hamburger. This is gonna be a heavy, heavy dough. All right, maybe it'd be good that I have an extra thick pizza dough to hold all my toppings, right? Oh, that looks good. Okay, we're gonna also add in, because it does not have any Italian sausage, so let's add some Pampered Chef Italian herb. I think that'll be good on top of it. And let's just sprinkle that pretty nicely. And well, let's just take the lid off, right? Give it a good sprinkle. Oh yeah, that's much faster. We're gonna season that up a little bit. Oh, I can smell it. This is like amazing. It smells so good. All right, Jay loves olives. So I have taken the egg slice. Remember the little white thing with the wire racks, the wire frame that you can actually slice eggs and things like that. I use that to slice up all of our olives. So we're gonna put them on this pizza. We may actually have to do a few more as well. Because I'll probably end up putting olives on the other one because we both like olives. Obviously he loves them way more than I do. So we're gonna move those around. Oh yeah, we just only have enough olives for one. Okay. All right. Here's our little egg slicer slice. You guys remember that? It has it's great for doing olives. It's good for doing deviled eggs, all sorts of stuff. You just push it down. And if you have one of these and the wires have become bent and they don't do their job anymore, you can actually get a replacement frame too, just so you know that. Don't toss it because you can replace the wire frame on it, which is handy. Okay, slice up a few more of those. All right, we'll toss this off with some cheese. And then we'll do the other one. I have some little Canadian ham slices that's in the refrigerator, and I think that's what I'm gonna do on that one, okay? We'll add that up, and could have done a margarita pizza because I had these fresh mozzarella balls, and they would have been great for that. And because I didn't think I was gonna have enough mozzarella cheese, so, but I think we're gonna be in pretty good shape. Oh, this is coming together, looks so good. It's gonna be tasty. And I like lots of cheese on my pizza. Does anybody else like cheese on yours as well? Okay. All right. We'll have to shred some more cheese for the other one. And then we'll let this go to town and bake. Jay needs to get out of the field soon because it's going to be ready. What do you think, guys? Looking great? I know. Pizza Stone is on sale, like I said, through this evening. So if you're looking for a pizza stone, now's the time you might want to grab one of them. All right, guys, God bless you. Take care, and thanks for joining me in What's Cooking with Chi Chi, and I'm going to put these babies to the oven. See you soon. All right, our pizza is out of the oven, and you can see I've already removed one piece. It's over here. But look, nothing browns like a good pizza stone, right? And no sticking, no greasing. All right, that's what's cooking for night.